Good afternoon. 7 years after the 2016 ruling of the Permanent Court of Arbitration invalidated China's sweeping claim over the South China Sea, the United States urges Beijing to cease the routine harassment of claimant state vessels operating within their respective exclusive economic zones. In a statement, U.S. Department of State spokesperson Matthew Miller calls on China to comport its maritime claims with international law as reflected in the 1982 Law of the Sea Convention. He adds that the U.S. will continue to work with allies and partners to advance a free and open Indo-Pacific. Meanwhile, the European Union delegation in the Philippines and 16 of the 27 EU member countries reaffirmed their support for the 2016 ruling. The EU says the ruling that recognizes the Philippines' rights over the West Philippine Sea is, quote, legally binding upon the parties to those proceedings. It adds that the arbitral ruling is a useful basis for peacefully resolving disputes between parties. SM has banned the security guard who allegedly threw a puppy outside the premises of its mall in Quezon City. In a statement, SM City North EDSA says they sympathize with a group of young people after their pet dog was reportedly tossed from the Skywalk footbridge on Tuesday. The puppy was rushed to a nearby clinic but eventually died. The mall management also says they have coordinated with the guard's security agency to carry out an investigation of the incident. Consequently, the involved security officer has been dismissed. The mall management emphasizes that they are pet-friendly establishment and that they condemn acts of violence against animals. In a separate statement, the agency that employs the security officer, RJC Corporate Security Services Inc., says they are thoroughly investigating the incident. The Department of Justice confirms that the alleged gunman in the killing of Oriental Mindoro broadcaster Chris Bundukin had been turned over to the National Bureau of Investigation, Security and Management Section detention facility. Alleged gunman Isabelo Bautista Jr. voluntarily submitted himself for investigation on June 27 at the NBI NCR and denied participation in the killing. On July 7, Calapan City Oriental Mindoro Regional Trial Court Branch 39 issued a warrant of arrest against Bautista for the death of Bundukin and the attempted murder of his son Crescencio. The DOJ says the NBI immediately implemented the arrest warrant and appraised Bautista for his constitutional rights. It adds that Bautista was officially turned over to the NBI Security and Management Section detention facility on the same evening. Here's the latest roundup of today's top stories. Nations reaffirm support for the 2016 ruling of the Permanent Court of Arbitration invalidating China's sweeping claim over the South China Sea. Quezon City mall guard fired after tossing puppy to death. And MTRCB gives PG rating to Barbie, says contentious scene does not depict China's 9-line. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good afternoon.